Floods are among the most powerful natural forces on Earth, capable of reshaping entire landscapes within hours and transforming familiar environments into temporary aquatic worlds. Roads become rivers, fields turn into lakes, and cities are briefly converted into strange hybrid ecosystems where land and water no longer have clear boundaries. During these extreme events, animals are displaced from their natural habitats and forced into survival mode, often moving in unpredictable directions. When the floodwaters begin to recede, the world that reappears is not always the same one that disappeared. Instead, it often reveals surprising encounters with wildlife in places where they are never normally seen, creating moments that feel almost unreal to human observers witnessing them for the first time. One of the most unusual creatures reported after flooding events is the walking catfish, a species capable of surviving outside water for short periods. These fish use strong, wriggling movements and specialized adaptations to move across wet ground, allowing them to travel between water sources when necessary. After heavy rains, they have been seen crossing roads, fields, and even urban areas, creating scenes that appear almost impossible at first glance. To people unfamiliar with their behavior, the sight of a fish moving across land can feel like witnessing something from another world entirely. Yet this behavior is a survival strategy developed over time, allowing the species to endure unstable aquatic conditions caused by environmental changes. Flooding also forces hidden aquatic species into unexpected locations, including large freshwater eels that are normally unseen by most people. When rivers overflow their banks, these animals can be carried far beyond their usual habitats and deposited into isolated pools, drainage systems, or even basements after the water recedes. In many cases, residents discover them long after the flood has passed, often in places where no one would expect aquatic life to survive. These encounters can be both shocking and fascinating, as creatures normally hidden beneath deep waters suddenly become visible in human environments, reminding people of the unseen ecosystems existing just beneath the surface of familiar landscapes. Another striking phenomenon occurs when amphibians and small forest creatures are displaced from underground shelters during heavy rainfall. Flooded forest salamanders and similar species are often forced to emerge in large numbers as their hidden environments fill with water. This sudden exposure creates moments where animals that are rarely seen all appear at once, giving the impression that something unknown has surfaced from beneath the earth. In river systems, crayfish populations can also surge outward. When floodwaters spread, sometimes covering roads, fields, and open spaces, in overwhelming numbers. These mass movements highlight how interconnected underground and surface ecosystems truly are during extreme weather events. Floodwaters do not only affect small creatures, but can also transport large aquatic animals into completely unfamiliar environments. Fish, such as catfish, carp, and sturgeon, may become stranded in temporary pools or urban areas when waters recede, surprising residents who suddenly encounter species far from their natural habitats. In coastal regions, storm surges can push marine life inland, leading to rare sightings of rays, jellyfish, and other sea creatures in places far removed from the ocean. In some cases, even alligators have been reported moving into residential areas after major floods, creating situations that feel more like survival scenarios than everyday reality. These events demonstrate the sheer force of water in reshaping biological distribution. Perhaps one of the most unusual post-flood discoveries is the appearance of mysterious gelatinous masses, often referred to as mystery blobs. These strange formations can initially appear unsettling or even alien in nature, especially when found in unexpected environments after water has receded. However, most of these masses are actually clusters of aquatic organisms temporarily grouped together by flood conditions. Despite their natural explanation, their appearance can still be disturbing to those encountering them for the first time. Ultimately, the most important realization from all flood-related wildlife movements is not about individual creatures, but about the broader pattern they reveal. Floods temporarily dissolve the boundaries between ecosystems, showing that life on Earth is deeply interconnected, constantly shifting, and always present, even in places where it is least expected.